going on, everybody? Welcome back. Hopefully everything is working well today. I made some tweaks, so we should be fully operational with transcoding, server side, and everything. So let me know if there's any issues as far as, stream quality, any choppiness, things like that. But yeah, we should be good to go. So today, we're going to dive back into some more PGA Tour 2K25, of course. The plan, probably warm up with some challenge circuit, something like that. Just play some sort of... Actually, maybe we'll do kinetic, because I think challenge circuit had some pretty slow greens that were a little bit annoying. But once we get warmed up, I want to play some community-driven courses, whether that's courses from TGC designers that have released more recently, or maybe some of the plat courses, that I didn't get a chance to play while we were on paternity leave, courses that you guys have created. If there's any fantasy courses, I will take recommendations, let me know. I kind of want to make this a more recurring thing. Yeah, let's dive in. Let's get into it. Get the thumbs all loose. Alrighty. So we played Elite yesterday. Let's take a look maybe at Kinetic. There's also a promotion event going on. Obviously, not that we need to try and get promoted because we are in the top tour. All right, what do we got here? Medium, very firm, fast. All right. See what we got. Oh, geez. All of a sudden, when the family group text starts going off, and it's like everybody starts responding or reacting, and it is notification after notification. It's like you'll just go from 0 to 100 so fast. All right, very firm fairways, so do need to be a little careful here. But I guess if you just put it smack down the middle, it doesn't really affect things too much. All right, so I think one thing that I need to pay attention to, the wind on these plays a little bit less on wedges, I think. Wind is playing a little in. It's back-to-back pulls. That does not help anybody. It does not help anybody. I don't like this because this is going to run, isn't it? Okay. That's fine. It's fine. Salvage things out the gate, no problem. What were we even worried about? I'm not sure. Okay, let's see. So, wind is playing, probably closer to 10. It's not quite 10 in the face, but down the hill and into the wind and everything. 63. Hmm. On 63, and then the wind starts clawing in at you. See, I'm thinking this might be short, but I don't... Maybe the 9-iron, we just kind of float up there a little bit. Hanging out. Okay, that's a better swing. I knew I had to take off. I don't know. It was kind of in a weird spot in between, to be honest. 15 feet. But it's also downhill. So I don't want to leave myself in too bad of a spot here. That's so close. That's so close. What's going on, Trompler? Low vertical? Yeah, so I put the, to guarantee myself transcoding, I put it on, so we have dual format. So if you have your phone sideways, it should be in normal view, and if you go vertical, there's the vertical setup that I use for all my short form content. That drifted way to the right. That is not good. Okay. Thanks for that, Ruff. Certainly helpful. Oh no, I feel like I can chip this. You know, really not a bad effort. The bad effort there was the wind read. But yeah, I'm hoping having the dual format turned on alleviates any issues that we had yesterday. I know there was one person who vocalized it, which doesn't mean that there weren't more people experiencing it, but we only had 1080p available for the stream yesterday. So anybody that couldn't handle 1080p on their internet connection was basically just out of luck. I guess choked would have been okay. Certainly hard to tell. I'm not enjoying the amount of chipping I'm having to do here in the early goings. Certainly not my strong suit. But that's why we're playing a warm-up round. Like, you always play something to work out the kinks, get your swing feeling good, normal. Par 4 into wind uphill. I guess you can probably play a little bit of a fade here and just park it. I feel like it's like my backswing feels weird to me, and that's why everything is off. Okay. Just left to left. No, pushed it. Got too far left. Ay caramba. It's definitely not where you want to be. 26 yards uphill. I've been chipping way too much. But I don't think in any of the situations that we've chipped, it's actually been, like, a bad idea. Like, I actually think it's been a pretty good call the way that we've played all of them. Just have to hit inputs. Hey, good evening, Matt. Good evening, good evening. How are we, good sir? All right, I'm going for this. I probably shouldn't be going for this the way that we've been hitting our inputs, but... Yep. Like, just off. For whatever reason, I can't seem to... Can't seem to find the spot on my thumb that makes everything click. Puts us in a bit of an awkward spot. Mr. Terminator, what's going on? Thank you very much for the raid. How are we, Tom Banator? Hope all is well. Yeet, welcome back. Hello again. Fancy seeing you here. Okay, just on the edge of it. Just on the edge. Alright, this one's got a little more break to it. Okay. I've been good, man. I've been good. Kiddo is growing up fast, as they all do. Trying to get back into the golfing groove. Enjoy your lurk, Mr. Spackler. Heading kind of my way this week. You'll be in Pittsburgh on Friday? What takes you to Pittsburgh, may I ask? That is definitely closer than most, I guess, would be the way to describe it. Okay. Start this out here. Alright, we hit it. Oh, and it's still left. Really? These things just... Just didn't feel like my aim was that different. Golf beach trip in North Carolina. North Carolina. So is it, I guess the highway is more like go east through 80 and then start taking like the turnpike south? I guess Pittsburgh's just a better stop because otherwise you could probably take 90's the easiest way to get there. Yeah, take 76, 70 down into like Baltimore area. I just didn't know if you could take 70 through like Southern Ohio, West Virginia area. I guess the thing that I don't know is like how north is, yeah. Where is... Okay. Yeah, so 90 is through, like, northern... Like, north Pennsylvania. Or no, north Indiana. Where does 80 stop? Because I know 80 runs through... Does 80 run into 90? 80 turns into 90. Okay, so you take 90 into 80, 80 to the turnpike, turnpike down to... Turnpike down to Baltimore sort of area, and then probably take that over to 95. That makes sense. You going Outer Banks then, or different part of the North Carolina? I've been down to the Outer Banks twice. Once when I was in like elementary school, and I think we went again when I was in high school. So it's been a minute. Been to Myrtle Beach a couple of times since then. That's gotta be... That's a lot of driving. Oh boy, that's gone. I absolutely cooked that shot. And this is already one that we put in the water, so this is certainly double whammy. Triple whammy. Check out the Wright Brothers Museum. Nice. We've only done full on just beaching it when we've been down. I have not done any sort of tourist sightseeing stuff when I've been down to the Carolinas. That's true. Yeah, if you're going golfing, then not having to deal with baggage and all that. Yeah, that's like we're going out to Arizona in the fall, but I will forego bringing my own clubs, and I will just end up using my grandfather's clubs if I play, which will be definitely not ideal when it comes to like swing speed and everything, just playing all graphite, but it's not that serious, so I'll just play his. It's an interesting, the big thing with the tempo, or like with the putting in this game, is it really is most of the time just a tempo swing, and that'll give you the power that you need. Nothing like too overly complicated about it. Okay, I need this be squared up. That's squared up. This should kick left. I want to keep turning. Oh, solid effort. Never played golf in Arizona. I've played a few rounds out there. Just in the retirement community that my grandfather lives in. So I haven't played any crazy ones. At some point, I think I would like to play the golf course in Sedona. Just because the pictures that I've seen, like, I love Sedona anyway. I think it's absolutely stunning. The pictures that I've seen of the golf course, like, set amongst all of that, just seems awesome. So I would like that one at some point. I don't know if I necessarily need to play Scottsdale. Maybe if I get good. Yeah, maybe then I would enjoy playing something that costs a lot more. But right now I have a hard time paying copious amounts of money to be bad. Like, I can go be bad at a cheap course. Hey, enjoy your lurk, guy. Good to see you. Snakes and scorpions in the rough. I've had coyotes by the green. Just sitting in the shade. That's a real thing you have to worry about. Fortunately, though, have not. I actually don't think all of my time out there. I don't know if I've seen scorpions or snakes. Seen road runners. There's lots of quail. Lots and lots of quail. Trying to think. Definitely have seen, like, geckos and things of that nature. Jacksonville last year, Sawgrass was $750 a round. That's nuts. So much money. I mean, like, on the one hand, I get it, but also, no. For whatever reason, I'm thinking that these are going to bite more, and they definitely do not. Well, that's unfortunate. Underswung it by 1%. It's so funny how day to day you can just, like, not have the same feel. Probably a few hundred, maybe less in summer. Yeah, I'd be curious of the courses that they play on tour that are public. What is the cost ranking? I'm sure there are just ones that are like the super popular ones, you know, Sawgrass and Pebble Beach and things like that that just end up being the heavy hitters year in, year out. There are probably ones that get played but are in, like, more remote locations that don't garner as much costs. Played Deer Run for 150, probably on the low end. Probably. Because 150 Yeah, there's like, I played a Gary Player course in Virginia for like just north of 100, and I think the dynamic pricing then later on was putting it closer to that range. So yeah, I think 150 is probably what you're gonna get for like a low end. Because at that price point, like, they are very well manicured courses. Definitely getting into the you get what you pay for territory there. But not at the this is a very well-known, prestigious course, so we're gonna just charge you an arm and a leg because there's enough demand and people will pay it. Trying to think, what does something like Torrey Pines go for? Like Torrey Pines, I know Pebble Beach probably has to be up there with Sawgrass, I would have to think. Not a Wendigo, what's going on? Howdy, howdy. Hope all is well this fine eve. Hey, welcome back, Hulk. Hope we're well today. Going into Thursday, wishing it was Friday. But that's like every Thursday, isn't it? Except for maybe the Thursdays where like get off on a Monday, but all in all, that sounds like a typical. Oh, wow. That really snapped. Torrey's 250-ish, way less for San Diego residents since it's city-owned. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that's nice for San Diego residents then. Although it is kind of just on the... Like, it's definitely away from things. Because I remember having to take it when we took an Uber up to La Jolla from being downtown. Definitely had to ride a little bit. Pebble's probably over 1,000 now. They make you stay at a resort, which adds a lot to it. Yeah, I don't know. People like ask about, oh, what are, you know, if there are any courses you could play. Like, man, like, yeah, it would be cool, but like, I'm not good enough at golf to justify any of that. Really not. Okay, why can I not find these points consistently? I don't have the feel today. I'm doing well, Wendigo. I'm doing well. We're just kind of chilling, playing some Kinetic to warm up. My swing is no bueno at the moment. Absolutely no bueno at the moment. But that's all right. We're gonna play some courses here. Are we going from downtown? We had quads. It was looking so good. It's looking so good. But yeah, I'm gonna play some like newer TGC courses that you guys have recommendation of. I think it'll be a good time. Okay, big cut. Maybe just left. I do like that faded approach though. Del Cerro is a must? Okay. I got you. Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna get me that bad. All in all though, not a terrible recovery because it gives us a legitimate chance here. Get it up the hill and get it in. All right, not a good round by any means, but I mean, what we got? Actually, it wasn't as bad as I'm making it sound, because we had a double bogey on that par 5. We went for it over the water. I realistically could have just been safer with it. Would have been, that's 12 if you then 2-putt, it's 13. So, yeah, it's not as bad as I'm making it out to be. I think we just ended up like 3-putting it and hitting it in the water. I really did struggle though to find my swing for a lot of it, so hopefully that comes back around to us. Really don't want that to be just like fully gone, you know? That'd be not ideal. All right, so let's do this. Let's take a quick 2-minute break. We'll reset the pre-roll timer. We'll get the mid-rolls out of the way, and then we will come back and we will play Del Cerro. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. Feel free, Map, if you have some recommendations for course settings. If not, I can come up with something. But appreciate you guys being here. I'll see you guys back in 2 minutes. BRB.
It's raining.
Pads. Isayed, what's going on? How are you doing? Hopefully I didn't butcher your name too badly. Alright, let's see here. Let's refresh the capture card. Make sure that we don't get too desynced here. Alright. Del Cerro. Alrighty. Let's do pin 3. I'm a sucker for pin 3. And then we'll just go defaults for everything. So the greens are extremely firm. That surely will go great. Okay, we got Del Cerro. This is a course by B101 and Finley Riff on San Diego. Let's see what we have in store. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm very nervous for the extremely firm greens. Okay, let's take a marker back to marker only. Let's get this back to our normal setup here. All right, deep downhill off of this. We're gonna choke it back just a little bit. Give ourselves a little forgiveness off the tee, because I feel like I need it. Been struggling to find the middle part of that swing path. Okay, so we've got very, very coastal steep drop-offs here if you were to, like, really sail something. Now, I theoretically should have enough control to not. Again, it's extremely firms. So let's be mindful. It's gonna take big ol' bounces. Big ol' bounces. But you know what? We're in there on the first. Course is clearly very easy. Now that's the hard thing is, like, I have no idea how much teeth this course actually has. Some courses lull you in with easier openings. I mean, a lot of times the thing that gives a course its teeth, at least in the stuff that we play, is the setup, right? Like, it's not just because of the course itself, it's the conditions that you give with it. Cranking up winds, cranking up firmnesses, all that good stuff can really play a factor. Ay. Gotta get this swing figured out. Gotta get this swing figured out. Why? Really gotta stop trying to just eyeball stuff. Have to stick to have to stick to the approach that is a little bit more analytical. It's cutting pretty nicely. Extremely firms, though. Okay, not that bad because it came down out of that wind with the elevation. Pretty nice. Hey, I never like the short ones that break that much. I mean, I don't really like most putts, because most putts don't agree with me, but particularly when you have those short ones that just break a ton, it's like, this is the distance that's supposed to be kind of gimme-ish in a video game, but once they start breaking like that, that is certainly not the case. Uh-oh. See, yeah, this is always the problem. When you give extremely firms, like if I choke a 6-iron here, is the goal actually to try and land this short? So it lands on the green and doesn't get as big of a kick? It's just not quite enough. Honestly, wasn't like the worst idea that we've had. Arguably not a good idea anyway, but I've certainly had worse ones. Alright, fine. We'll take birdie. We'll take birdie. Yeah, extremely firms and front pin location. I would say that that's a fairly classic sign of B101, at least from my memory. Okay, we squared it up. Come on, power drive. It's not extremely firm on the fairways, but might have enough. Oh no, it's protected by the front. So mean. They really don't want me to have a good time. So I don't know about you guys, but me having a good time being able to get after some of these holes. That just dies. Not gonna lie, I'm expecting, when I see extremely firm, I'm thinking like it's just gonna send it through and then release, but the hill just absolutely annihilated it. Absolutely annihilated it. Okay, so far so good. And we've got another par 5. Kind of an interesting spot here where it almost seems like cutting the corner is like safer because it gives me more fairway on the back end. Like if I just take normal driver and go to the right, you run out of room, but go power drive over the corner. Well, now we're talking 403 yards off the tee. Still almost 200 to go, but I don't know. You take the very firm or extremely firm hop, bounce and release. I just gotta play this right. Gotta play this right. It's gonna feed right. We're gonna take the kick and then release to the back. Okay. Huge kick forward right. Start approaching pin high and then come down. Just shy of it by 2 yards, maybe. Just shy of it by like 2 yards. We'll take the eagle though. We'll take the eagle. That's a nice approach. I like that. Okay, forced layup because I think attacking this split fairway here is gonna run us into that bunker. Okay, fine. Fine, I suppose. The fairways just always make you... It's like the split fairways or sometimes like the elevated green on a par 5, things like that, where they just kind of force your hand. Force your hand a little bit. They're like, you're gonna play this hole the way we want you to play this hole. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Okay, this has right to left on it then. I can feel my thumb slip. Lost 3% power on it. Who knows where we would have been otherwise, but yeah, that was not great. Oh, come on. Yeah, what's going on, bot? I see we've done some more rebrands in the last few months. I know, I gotta get some fresh clips. I've got my clips going out on the other vertical platforms now, but I need new ones for YouTube. Gotta replenish. Okay, this I'm gonna have to overpower because I think this is just too much. Unless the key is to play like a big fade. I underswung that maybe too much. Well, I need a hard kick right. No, that's gonna speed boost. That's why I was like contemplating the 3-wood. But the 3-wood trying to stretch it down there, I don't know, that felt like a lot too. This is the last one. We're all done. Promise, no more. I can't pitch this because it's gonna go off the green, isn't it? Okay, hold on. What do we have here? Could long flop. So bad. This is so bad. I do not like this, Sam. I am. Someone told you I was coming back tonight? Well, they lied to you because I came back last night. This is stream number 2. You're late. But yeah, I posted about it in my Discord, but I didn't make like a big... I didn't make big noise about it elsewhere. Oh no, it's just why do I feel like that far downhill that the wind is gonna actually play more? Feels like that moved like nowhere. Feels like that moved like just nothing. There we go. There we go. But yeah, this is stream number 2 back. So we should be back like we were. The only thing that's gonna be different is we're dropping the Monday stream. Love that for me. Nice. Beautiful. So what are the odds that the 7-iron just gets absolutely mutilated by this location we're on? Huh. Okay, so the line made me think that it came out clean. The camera and everything else does not make me believe that it came out clean. What did that hit? It caught a lip, right? Okay, how do we camera? No, that's... just need to move it. Okay, and so what part of that made it pop up? I mean, maybe it's the fact that the golf ball doesn't even get touched by the club, but outside of that, maybe that's just a really fat hit. My leg is through the ground. It certainly also doesn't help. I don't know, it's like it didn't touch anything, but it came out 50 yards short. I know it was in the natural area, but it came out so short it feels like... I don't know, it feels like the natural area isn't what, like, completely nuked it. I don't know, man. This is why I try and stay out of the crap. The game becomes way more complex when I'm not in the fairway. That's my official analysis. A nice hit! What's going on, Rio? Welcome back. That's the improved ball physics. Nice. I can't wait to see how they improve it next game. Skim the natural area on the way up and took that distance off. I don't know. It's just, it had it in the natural area. It came out super short. And it, like, the animation, the way the camera went, you could tell that it looked like it did the, like, pop-up. But on the way out of it, it didn't look like, you know, I couldn't see any sort of sharp motion to it, so I don't know. I don't know, man. I try and understand the video game, but maybe that's not what I should be doing. Okay, the lies are very... The lies are very aggressive. I aimed that to the right, and that still went just like so far left. I'm like forever in need of side hill lies and side wins. Those are, for as good as the other parts of my like ball striking and approach game are, those can make me feel very, very silly very, very often. Like something like this. Like, I can tell you, okay, yeah, this is going to carry, like, 220. 5-iron, big bounce. You know, with the extremely firms, and then run. So I probably don't want 220. Probably want to take, you know, some off of it. Okay, that's great and all. This being below my feet, try and get it into that slope, but maybe instead of playing it so high, whenever we fade it some, and we play it more to the left. What if we just do that? Avoid the right to left of the front part, and try and just go straight at this left to right portion. I think that's a pretty good compromise. Yeah, what up, Ricky? Alright, we'll take Eagle for 10 under. I like that. But I don't know if it's just I have to change the way that I'm, like, painting that imagery in my head, or what? Like, I just need to be able to paint that angle. Like, when I look down at it, like, this, to me, feels pretty much straight uphill. And I'm hoping that that's the case. If anything, I don't know what I'm talking about. We're just going straight at it. We're just going straight at it, up the hill. I gotta... So with it being uphill, I gotta get after this a little bit more. 187, that's 20 yards. That's too much. 169, nice. Up the hill with the wind. Extremely firms? Sure, we'll just go straight at it with this. I underswung it by 2%. Feels bad, man. But I'm trying, so I'm not counting cups like you are. But I'm trying so hard, man, to make my putting better. Trying so hard. Because I need something to pair with ball striking, you know? And just, I need to be able to, once the like 10 to 20 foot putt range just has to find improvements, you know? Just has to find improvements. Because there's a world where I leave that putt low. Very, very real world where I leave that low. It's uphill 62. It's downhill, but it's into the wind. I think they've kind of got me stuck here. They've kind of got me stuck here in that it's going to be well over 300 yards to this at effective distance. It's up 65. We're talking, it's back here. So on the one hand, I could try and overpower this. Or I could just play up and like accept my fate. I ain't no coward. $103? Still not enough. Plugged. Not only is it plugged, it has the disrespect to tell me to splash out to the side of the green. It's not even like, hey man, there's a flag over here. Why don't you try and hole it out? And like, now just play it over there. I genuinely, that might be because of this slope. I am not 100% certain. 52. Yeah. What could possibly go wrong with this, you might ask? Well, we're about to find out. It comes out 19 yards. That's what goes wrong with it. It's crazy how much those crazy to me how much those die. Whoa! What world was my swing path at inside? Okay. I was no wimp, but I apparently needed to be a little bit more of a strongman. I needed 106, 107, 108, something in a territory that I cannot attain on any sort of consistent basis. But we go on a little redemption tour. Slow down. Slow down. Scores are worse than the US Open. That's honestly pretty surprising because I feel like at least in the past they've done some pretty nasty setups like intentionally for the US Open, so I'm quite surprised by that. Underswung. Quite surprised that they managed to set up this week more difficult. But yeah, there was not a chance. There was not a chance that I was going to go from having not played the game like at all to playing competitive plat. You know, I have some faith in my ability to like get back into the swing of things, but I don't need to like immediately put it into the pressure cooker. No thanks. No thanks. Like, I will definitely say we found our swing as the stream has gone on here. Like, the first round, not that great. But as we've been playing a little bit more, you know, stuff has started to come to us a bit. But I'm not, there's no chance that I'm going to like guarantee that I'll be ready for that sort of competition playing like 5 rounds in the course of 3.5 months. 1600 through 2 rounds would be a T13 this week through 2. Cut line's probably going to be like 11 or 12 at the worst this week. Yeah, that's... I really wonder why that is. You know, like what made them choose to do that? Or is it more so that like I don't know, people just reacted different to the conditions than they thought they would? Now we're talking. Walk it off. That's how you end it. All right, we're back. We're so back. Day 2, hole in 1. All right. That's what we're talking about. All right, there you go. There you go, bot. We've got a clip. We're in business. And I guess that's technically an American, right? You go back-to-back hole-in-one, or not hole-in-ones, but back-to-back eagles. Very patriotic. All right, I'm gonna say all in all, you know, I really enjoyed that. Mostly, you know, no bias from the ace. Hey, but again, we're 100% inside 10 feet. We made some longer ones. 4 out of 6 from long range. That's a 250 yard. Is that the longest hole in one that I've had? 250 yards is, that's, I don't care how like tame the wind is or anything. That's a long way to ace it. That's a long way to ace it. What's going on, Scotty? Roto, welcome back. Been a while since you caught a stream. Well, to be fair, we streamed yesterday, we streamed today. I haven't streamed since March prior to that. So, been out on paternity leave, but we are back in business. We are back in business. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like on some of that 8 to 15 foot range, I feel like we're getting just a little bit more, comfortable with. Your boy turns 1 in a couple weeks. Ooh, very nice, very fun. The kiddo troubling you with walking yet? Our firstborn took his first steps, like, just after his first birthday. But I know kids are at all different speeds. I'm, like, genuinely concerned that our second is going to be walking by, like, 9 months. Just the amount of, like, leg movement and everything that, like, she's got leg strength, she's pushing... She's already rolling front to back and trying to roll back to front. Like, she's gonna be a mover. She is gonna be a mover for sure. All right, I want to take a look at this. I want to take a look at this hole in one real quick. Selfishly, all right. Selfishly, I wanna watch the replay. Content. Yes, I know that this is in progress, but how about we... All right, here we go. Here we go. Let me see if I remember how to work my stuff. Guess we'll go full. And then I should get out of here. And we should probably pause this. All right, let's run it back. Now we're talking. Walk it off. That's how you end it. Beautiful. All right, we're back. Like, just the like. All right, we're back. Because like it's not a ton of wind. Why that is? It's kind of straight once you get up there, but like that's a long shot. You know, like 250 yards. Different. It's a nice view too. I like the way that it's framed. Like the trees kind of leave this valley with the hole sitting down, water behind. And now we're talking. Walk it off. That's how you end it. All right, we're back. We're so back. All right. Show the clip on the YouTube stream. I don't have it set up, Roto. Unfortunately, I don't have it set up to share. I should probably figure out a good way to do it. Because I have on the main feed like a browser crop where I share my monitor. I don't have one set up for the vertical. The clip will be up tomorrow though on the shorts, or you can go back through the VOD later. But that is one thing that's lacking, is I don't have any sort of toggle with that on the vertical, but that's something that I should probably look into for replays to have full parity. Crawls like a madman straight to the dogs. Very, very nice. What's going on, Matt? It has indeed been a while. The baby did come. The baby came. I used up my paternity leave, and we're back. We are back. Good to see you. Hope all is well. All right. So, let's see here. Timing-wise, let's do this. Thank you very much, Matt. I appreciate it. We've got plenty more golf. We're not done. What we're going to do, we're going to take like a quick 2-ish minute break or so, and then we'll come back. We're going to play another round. My goal for streams like this, I'm trying to do something a little bit different than we have done in the past. Instead of just playing competitive stuff all the time, I want to play community courses. I'm going to play TGC courses that I haven't played before. Maybe wave ones that, like TGC approved courses that came out recently. Courses you've created, courses you want me to try that we haven't played. Can be fantasy or whatnot. So yeah, let me know. If you have a course, tell me about it so we can play it. So give me like 2 minutes or so, and then we will dive back into things. That breakup, just trying to move forward and stay positive. That's all you can do, Matt. That's all you can do. Take the things that you learn from that relationship, and you can apply it going forward. Whether it's improvements to make, or you should at least be taking away things that you should know more about what you're looking for in the other person. But yeah, give me just a few. BRB. Ads. All right, we are back. Speaking of back, what's going on, Mr. Fly Guy? How are we? All right, Scotty. Do you have any recommendations on setup? Or just pick a pin, play some defaults? All right, let's get going on Scotty's course here. Oops. I wanted the space button. Maybe medium win for a standard challenge? Alright. Yeah, a lot of times I just play tips and then leave it on defaults. I'm a sucker for picking pin 3 for whatever reason. Alright, we'll go medium, normal, fast. Alright, Walnut Shores. Let's see what Scotty has in store for us here. Playing off the tips. You always do pin 3 for your random playthroughs too? Don't know why. I don't know, there's just like, I feel like pin 1 is always easy. Pin 4 is always, I feel like, supposed to be the like hard one. So there's just something about, I don't know why. Not long, not even 7,000, not a plat course. That's okay. It's got a very interesting, at least with this default lighting in the first hole, it's got a very like orange hue to it. Which like looks cool from here, but once you start like scanning like this, it does get pretty hard to see. A little bit of dusk golf. What course? This is called Walnut Shores. Designed by Mr. Scotty Walnuts in the Twitch chat. Okay, my thumb position has very much so changed from the last round, so I am well inside. It's carrying just a little bit more speed there. If I hit it like where I was trying to, I think we just sneak that in. All right, if we can line it up, I'm feeling good about ace chances. We just had one 2 holes ago on our last par 3, so let's just do it again, just for the fun of it. I think we're a bit in between clubs, so we're gonna take some off of this guy. There we go, that's more what we're talking about. It was the right line. It was the right line. That was dangerously close. Because the important thing there too is like I got my swing path and contact. We got everything squared up the way we wanted to. I feel like, I don't know. There's something about those wedge ones that can be hard because they don't want to release. Once you start getting up towards like your low irons, like you can get a little bit of rolls. So it's like, okay, if I can land it and hop, I know it has a chance to roll to it, but the ones that just want to hop and not really move, actually not that easy to hole out. We're gonna make sure that we fade this. That way it like kind of guarantees us that left to right movement. Then we can hit this left to right here. Just a little bit deep and expecting a little bit too much kick. What's the game mode of the day, Matt? I have not a clue. I never go into the casual lobbies. We're just playing some quick play, playing some different courses. So unfortunately, I am not privy to that information. Hey, have a good night, Matt. Good luck with your game. It would make it easier to stick, less likely to actually go low. Yeah, exactly. That's why when like you have the very highs, like I know the very highs can be pretty rough, but very highs are really good at being able to stop the ball. You know, especially when you're playing in like some pretty nasty setups where it's like, okay, well, this whole location is kind of tight. Well, it's like, well, if you can get the distance right, like, you know the ball's going to stop. Whenever you have like very firm with the tailwind, like it doesn't matter what club you give, like it's all set up so much to keep you from getting it close. I pushed it. Got a little bit too inside. It's the right distance. Would have been very good. Yeah, I'm trying to really improve on like making these sorts of putts. Ah. Play with a buddy, but if you hit create room, you can see the daily mode and get VC and have offline fun. Okay. Yeah, for as much as I play this game, I play just like a lot in the societies and such. Like, I do not dabble with, well, let me rephrase it. It's not that I don't dabble with, I don't have friends. So a lot of times I don't play lobbies. If I've played with people, it's normally playing like ranked duos if I have somebody. Every once in a while we've played like ranked tours lobbies, but those obviously don't set up the same way. Okay, Scotty. These are where I take issue. I want to hit it in the hole. But if I land it on the green, I'm pretty well out the back of the green. If I land it in the rough here, there's a chance that I don't even get there. You've put me in a bit of a predicament that I don't really appreciate. See, I'm fine. I landed it in the rough so that it wouldn't go through the back of the green. What do you mean loaded up with loft? It's a 5-iron. That's not how that works, and you know it. Uh-oh. A little bit on the inside there. Okay, we're good. We're good. 50 degree. Okay, so this is where Scotty says this is loaded up with loft, right? Something to this effect. Oh, now we missed the contact. Fixed my swing path. It zipped forward. Because that makes sense. That makes total sense. Not cool. Not cool for it to do that. How dare. How dare. Also, speaking of live stream orientation, first off, Matt, welcome to the horizontal world. I'm really hoping that YouTube rolls out the horizontal and vertical where you can send your own vertical feed and have it be the same stream soon. They're like flirting with it because they have a drop down that says auto, but the cropped vertical sucks. Nobody wants to watch the middle square with like my elbow and barely any information. I have my own vertical canvas. Just let me send it. Gosh darn it. Leaving the face open. Just think about how good it could have been. Think of how good it is now. Think how good it could have been. Now, we'll see how things go. I have a theory. Obviously, I have no actual information on the API. I have a theory that the API and I will get along in TGC, if not solely for the fact that even when I'm on fire with my like long-range stuff, I cannot hit a straight line for the life of me for my putts and chips. I hit some points. I do not hit many. And I don't know if it matters or not. Don't know if it matters. Don't know if it plays, you know, any sort of advantage. Oh, it's a little deep. Quad perfect darts like that? Yeah, but like, look at watch my putt on every hole. Like, watch my regular swing. That's why I said it's a theory. I have no idea you know, if anything is true about that. You know, I can find my swing points and stuff pretty consistently, but when you watch my putting, there will be like 1, maybe 2 blues. If we're lucky. All right, 9-footer. We got some break going. I had perfect transition and rhythm, but not not either of the other points. That's mostly what I'm referring to. But when it comes to the full swing, a lot of times once I get the feeling of what perfects are, then we start rolling. I mean, obviously we still miss him. We're human. We're not any sort of robot. But we can definitely get into a groove where we start hitting things. Let's see what we got here. Little draw, play the wind. I know, is it gonna die right before? Gosh darn it. You're like trying to play it to just bleed on so it can take the hill down. That's what's like that's what's so incredibly difficult. That's what's so incredibly difficult about these. And maybe there's a better place that I could land that and like be on the green with the putt. But it's, yeah. Trying to judge like how far before the green, because the speed up physics, like the way that they calculate the friction on the greens versus the fairways, it works for a lot of things to replicate real life, but it doesn't, in my opinion, it does not line up with how things actually work. Ah, see, there's where I can get off, and we double-crossed it. I do not make a lot of bunker shots. It's one thing that I do not do. Okay, a little better. Still on the corners though. Hey, what up, JB? Welcome back. How are we today? Hope all is well. You missed the hole-in-one earlier? Course showcases? I'm trying to. I mean, by a short course showcase, I am playing courses. As opposed to just playing what's on a TGC Society for the entirety of a stream. But I suppose that that would classify. Bluegrass Highlands? Alright. We got it queued up. No! Come on, man. We had an ace on the last one, almost eagle hole out. We actually almost had a hole-in-one on the second hole, too. True Sim is calling me this week. Well, it's a little bit late, considering it's Wednesday night for me to get 2 rounds of True Sim in. For the time being, I'm probably off of True Sim. And we'll try and replace with Plat. It's gonna be long, right? Yeah. So you gotta play even less than that. Try to set up your vertical stream today. Don't know how to set up the shot meter and such. So I have an OBS plugin that lets you do source duplication, and then I created image masks. Endor map yet? I have not, Sean. I have not. So I have some like masked images for each one of the elements that I want, so then I can just drag them around. So it'll definitely take some extra work to set up. I don't think that me going for this is a good idea, but you know what? These showcases, we go for everything regardless. I only got 101, so we're just gonna end up on this front part of the green and have a really nasty putt. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, you need like a special plugin, because what you'll find is if you try and just duplicate the input, like it doesn't work. You'll just crop the original one and it becomes a mess. So you have to have this thing to duplicate it. Okay, what do we have here? I think you gotta... Holes there. 76%. So you're actually not hitting it like that hard swing-wise. But you're going way more up the hill. So I'm probably gonna give it a little bit extra there. Okay, a little bit overplayed, but we'll take it. I don't even think that this is that smart of a play. 3 consecutive streams? Well, that means that you were here for the the last stream in March, and then yesterday and today. I mean, it counts. You don't have to stream consecutive days for it to count, you know? Okay, we are punching this through. Actually, I think maybe playing this lofted is gonna be the way to go. Off this so we can go right at it. Perfect. That's exactly what you want. Hey, how's it going, Darren? As far as sports games go, you still think PGA 2K25 one of the best ones ever? It's hard for me to, like, I don't play enough sports games to be able to make that sort of claim. I think is the most diplomatic way I can put it. Because I pretty much just play golf games when it comes to sports games. And over the years, I've like played some sports games here and there, but I feel like there are so many games, and like the hard part with sports games is you have so many iterations of them. Yeah, through their lifetime, which I think makes it even more difficult. Right, like these games are coming out every year, so you just have all these iterations of, you know, this is coming out every 2 years, but you look back at, okay, so you've got 2K21, 3, 5, then you had the TGC games before, then you got the old Tiger Woods games, EA, and that's just looking at golf, right? And then if you're trying to add in modern college football, old college football, you know, decades of NBA 2K, decades of Madden, and yeah, you can keep on going, and then you can probably even expand it if you're gonna go like Tony Hawk and different things. The important thing, though, is that we enjoy what we're playing, right? I say that felt like it was on the verge of missing the contact. Okay. I don't know why my initial instinct was to have a very diplomatic thing. It's probably because I don't have a favorite sports game off the top of my head. So instead of trying to take a side, justify why I take no sides. I don't know, man. People shouldn't listen to my opinion. Some people probably do. But for the most part, probably don't need to. Okay. We're just gonna play this, try and get to that bowl in the back. No, it came up short. It lost too much of the speed, like it lost too much from the elevation. Well, that's awfully disappointing. Okay, so we've walked off both courses tonight with an eagle to end it. Hole in one on the first, chip and eagle on the second. It's not too bad. Not too bad, I do say. So, was that 17 on both? That's 17 on both of them. And 100% inside 10 feet on both? Okay. Who is this guy, anyway? Making short putts. 9 under going out, 8 under coming back in. Thank you for the course, Scotty. Thank you for the course, man. All right. JB, we got yours coming up next. We got yours coming up next. Give me like 90 seconds. We'll clear the pre-rolls out, and then we'll dive into JB's course. Appreciate you guys being here. Thank you for the course suggestions. Enjoy playing this stuff. I really do. All right, give me a few.
It's raining.
Ads. Muted, yes I am. Yes I am, Trent. Just out here talking to myself. Like an idiot. Thank you for the heads up. I was saying, I can feel the increase in difficulty here. As we've moved on to this course. Okay, this is Bluegrass Highlands by JB. And we're immediately put into the sort of putt that I am not great at. But we make it. We're telling you, I'm trying really hard to get better at this whole putting thing. Can't believe I just did the. Well, what can I say? I'm a little bit rusty at the whole streaming thing. Sitting back down and forgetting to unmute the mic. Knucklehead. So, like, this is clearly one of those ones where I need to hit it into the rough and spit it on. I want to run it into the water. Well, I underswung it, so that's definitely gonna put us in the rough, but too much in the rough. Whoa! Holy bounce, Batman. Now come vertical down into the hole. Just like that, thank you. Appreciate it. Just how you draw that eagle up. Precisely how you would do it every time. So what, do you take the 4-iron to the back here and then try and run it off of the ramp? The backstop? I don't know. Words are hard. No, I landed it too short, so I can't use it. Alright, fine. We'll just take the big downhill putt. Everybody's favorite. I overhit it. Oh, okay. A little bit of a misread. I did move it clicks in at the end, so that was definitely not ideal. As we've been playing, the swing has definitely been getting more consistent, which is good to see. That first round today, warming up, like I could not find anything. I was like, really? We went from yesterday having it to now it's gone. So it's good to see it back again. Was I supposed to take power drive off the tee? What is this? This isn't sitting anywhere, by the way. Just in case like there was anybody out there who thought there was a chance of this sitting on the green. There's not. Like, between a 4-iron and a 3 hybrid, I don't care what I take. The 4-iron's not getting there anyway, but... Ooh. Alright, well. Gave ourselves a bit of a test early on here. Not sure that I'm very grateful to be doing that to myself. Now that's low. I mean, I just overhit it. I mean, I just overhit it, but like, dang. That's mean. We're gonna find the rough on this, aren't we? There it is. I want to play the other courses again. Those courses were nice. This was reminding me of the pain that we're going to be in for in Platt. The swing changed! And to make matters worse, it ricochets all the way back across and into the water? I want to try that again. Hold on here. Gotta stop doing this to myself. Yeah, I had moved it just the slightest bit, so it freaking did that. Excellent. I just wanted... This should have been my... This should have been where we're at for Eagle. There's a backstop. I know it's out of the heavy rough and whatnot, but there's a backstop here, so we should be okay, methinks. I don't know, I just didn't want to leave it short. But I guess I could have used a different club. We're gonna play with pace. Okay. $40 a beer at the World Cup? I did not see that, Darren. That's absurd. I have seen ridiculous prices for alcohol at sporting events. $40 for a beer. Do they give you a discount if you're American? Like, that's absurd. Makes me very glad that I don't drink. It was crazy because when I went to the PGA Championship, it felt like everybody had a drink in their hand. I was like, that is so much money. Because I think a beer there was like $15 for a 16 ounce, something like that. Antidepressiva, what's going on? This is Bluegrass Highlands by JB Golf. This is a lot of break. This is a lot of break. No, but it's not a terrible read. It's not a terrible read. Need to be a little bit more left. I remember one time somebody commented on a video that I was cheating because I played a fade with a draw bias character, and it was like, brother. There's this thing called shot shaping, and I have 90 points in it. Hey, what's going on, Chuck? How we doing? But it's just, I don't know, I always think it's so funny the things that people will assume and accuse and everything, and it's like, just play the game a little bit more. It just skipped all the way through the uphill. There was so much slope. Of course, I'm on top of another hill. Of course, I'm on top of another freaking hill. Okay. So. Like, I don't know. I feel like you play it out here. Really? A little overswung. We'll take it. We will absolutely take it. Why is every approach shot so far? Why is every approach? Why do I have to hit it? Just always, like, because then I'm back here, and it's like, okay, well, it'll carry to here, and then it's the bounce and release, like, how much bounce are we going to do? Maybe I'm going to go 5-iron instead of 4-iron choked and just hope that that's taking enough off of it. Nope. But if I try and like choke the 5-iron, I don't get to the green. So that's not like a necessarily just, oh, something about this course. That's like those holes like that in general. Not a bad give, just a little short on power. Holes like that in general, like I don't know how you're supposed to play it. Speed boost uphill over the green. Yeah, it's like if it doesn't check, if it doesn't get certain bounces on the green, as soon as it transitions onto the green, it runs away. He's got a mean club twirl. He's got a mean club twirl. I need to get a golf lesson scheduled so I can hit my drives like my character. Although I don't think I'm going to be hitting them 300, but we need to make some progress on that front. Okay, I don't know what happened there. It like didn't go back as far as I thought it did, and then my thumb slipped and I lost another 3%, so that sucks. That sucks a big time. Alright, JB. What's the deal, man? Who hurt you? That's what I want to know. Like, every approach is 200 plus yards with the tailwind. Things are pretty firm. Because, like, is this choked 5-iron going... going to chase? Are we going to be short? I suppose there's only ever one way to find out, and that's to just send it. It's going to be short. Of course it is. 45 feet, huh? Okay. If I play this out here, I think it's more than likely that it ends on the high side. Look at all that break at the end. Oh, man. So close. all the turn is like right at the very end as it slows down. So it like, I don't know, it feels like you're playing it so far out to the side, but in reality you're not. Alright, let's find some scores. Having played 17 under the past 2 rounds each, being 3 under through 10 doesn't feel very accomplished. I mean, all of it's relative to course and setup, but you know, high hopes and all that. That's too much club. I figure out here. If 145, if it gets out to the 150s at like something like that, maybe. Wind's holding it, but I need to be coming from this left to right side, I feel like. Thumb slipped again. I've had that a couple of times today. I had that just a couple of times where the thumb slips just a bit. Yeah, thumb slipped though on the rhythm, so I lost like 2% on the power. Like I hit my marks, but the ball just comes out way shorter, which is still problematic. All of a sudden you struggle to keep... Yeah, I mean, it's course setup related. Like, certain courses and conditions and combinations thereof can be quite dangerous. Right, like this course has a lot of these 200+ yard approach shots into front pins. Like this is that, like, what do you, this is one of those like, what do you want from me shots. Because if I just go stock club, I'm gonna land here, bounce and roll back here, and then you have this huge putt down. If I try and land it short, I'm probably going to get on and speed boost over to here. Right? Like, it's always... It's that sort of... That sort of spot that you're put into. There's... Man, I closed it. So there's been a lot of that sort of... thing. Oh, good. Good, 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 good. It's interesting because of how softly you hit this, you actually lose this putt so far out to the left that I don't know that it breaks back quite to the right. Yeah, see? I said it. I don't think I really knew how much quite to trust. Also, 34% is like so hard to hit. .264 downhill. Because then this ends up being one that's... If I go 3 hybrid, it's definitely short. If I try and... I can't punch the 3 hybrid, so... Loft the 3 wood a little bit. I pushed it. That may have actually been the right distance. May have finally gotten it somewhere where I wanted it to be. This is gonna turn like so hard right to left. Overswung it. Really would have loved to have seen. I mean, I don't think 2% was going to be the big difference there. There's no way that this would, there's no way this would be on plat, right? Surely not. Maybe it is an IB. That's going to come back to bite me later. Can't go for it. Okay, we gotta lay up to a more makeable distance. See, because with the wedge and everything, like, you're definitely... off this up. It's gonna be deep, right? I gave way too much respect to the wind. Womp womp. Alright. This is just my friendly reminder, though, of like, despite how well we can hit the ball, there's still so much with just like being able to place the ball where you need it to be. Okay, finally something a little bit friendlier on approach. Is it like anything crazy? No, but way more workable. Way more workable, because now we can kind of throw it up into this. Throw it up into this so that it lands towards the downslope and releases, or even has enough spin to check up. I'll take that too. I overhit that, but you know what? A birdie. we haven't seen one of those in a while. Fan-made courses, yes, indeed, Liam. We've got JBs going right now. We played Scotty's earlier. We're playing a B101 course. I don't know where we want to be exactly. I have to go like far enough that we cover. And then can take a wedge. Course plan we got going on here. Someone recommends a course. Or I haven't had to dig one out, but someone recommends a course, or I go into like the TGC recently posted, or go back and play like a plat course that I haven't played before, because we have a little bit of a backlog from our time away, and I guess we were playing True Sim for a while, so there's quite a large selection there. There we go. Haven't seen a proximity like that in a while. We're on Legend.
What makes you think she's a witch?
Well, she turned me
Thank you very
on
much for the YouTube sub. I appreciate it.
A newt.
Yeah, this should be on Legend.
Got better.
Yep. Yeah, we got Legend Swing. Yeah, no vibration, simulation, book only. All this stuff off. No lie grid. Marker only, meter only. Yeah, you can recommend one, Liam. I'll probably try and make a list so that if when we do this again, I have courses to pull from. Yeah, it's allowed to be your own. I wanna try doing these course showcases a few times and kind of get a feel for how they perform, how people enjoy them. Go from there. Uttar Pradesh. Let me make a note. Got it noted. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let's see what we got here. Another long par 3. I feel like the creativity across the board. This isn't. We've talked about this. The creativity across the board when it comes to par 3s and stuff. Everybody just goes length. And then an inability to stop the ball, so then it rolls and you always have a really tough thing and you have to hit a miraculously like 1 yard perfect square shot to keep it up by a hole. Like just let people score a little bit on them. Like it's. Oh, I underswung it. There was, even if I hit it, there was extra break in there that I did not see. To a tuck, yeah, like, you just are always taking, because I have good power on my character. Like, I'm not, it's not like I'm playing a technician with no power in the bag. I'm playing long distances on my clubs. And just being forced into a long iron. Being forced into the long iron, no fun. Ah. Trying to get the overpower and everything on the power approach. Maybe is a little bit asking too much. Okay, this is gonna come out. But I need to give it room to roll. I underswung it. Come on, get left. That did not come out left like I thought it was going to. Nor did it end up as short as I thought. There's a lot going on there that is not as anticipated. Put it that way. Alright. Well, that kicked my behind. That kicked my behind big time. Just felt like every approach or every other approach. Now, the one par 5 we put it in the water and took the bogey. So like we could probably swing this comfortably to a 7, but there was just the stretch there from 8 through 14 where like I couldn't do anything. It's crazy that in all of this, like, we had 2 eagles and that we started 3 under. But yeah, it felt, I mean, it's a long course. It just felt like every other approach was 210 with a slight tailwind into a front pin. And I'm like, okay. Made it that I couldn't really find a lot of greens because you had to like try and play it short and run it up. Hey, but you know what? We kept the inside 10 feet 100%. So, gotta take the small wins. Need variety in a golf course? And I think you just need variety in what makes a golf course tough. I think, I don't know. I prefer personally when there's a little bit more challenge in terms of the green complex and forcing you to hit it's like, I don't know, it's one of those weird things that we've gotten to with course design where it's like design against player, and it's like players have gotten so good, so we make the course even harder to combat people's abilities to, like, we've been playing golf games for years. People have been playing longer than me. There are people that are much better than me. That is just, it's physics, you know, okay, with the wind and the lie and everything, like, and the ability to repeat a shot, you can make stuff way more precise, but, like, there are certain ways where it's like, okay, but what do you want me to do? I'm okay with precision, but when precision is met with, like, not having the tools, it's like, okay, here's your precision, but also you have 200 plus yards and you don't have the ability to get it to stop on a dime in these conditions with the tailwind, like, it's going to bounce and you need like 17 yards, you know, to work with. But it's like, but there's nothing to work with. That's the fun part. Like, that's where I go, like, I understand that in my broken mind that, like, I want to hole everything and get everything close. I guess sometimes I struggle with, like, I understand that sometimes it is just like the long putt, but sometimes it's like the long putt is 35 feet downhill with the break, and I'm like, is that really like a win? That's my reward after all is said and done, and I've worked things out and I've, you know, finagled things, like, that's what I'm left with. I don't know. So it is forever a balancing act. Not every course has to go well. That's just, those are things that just over time I feel like I've seen a lot of with courses. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for me. I think we're gonna call it there tonight, because if I go and play another course, then it's gonna get way too late. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. LiDAR courses allowed? Any courses. Yeah, I appreciate you guys hanging out, spending time with me. We'll be back tomorrow night, same time, same place. 8 p.m. Eastern is the goal. Maybe golf, maybe something else. We'll see how I'm feeling, see if I get anything else prepared, I guess would be the other thing that it would potentially come down to. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys have a great one. We're gonna go and say hello to Mr. Stando. Looks like he's playing some alts. Go and say hello. And I hope you guys have a great night. I hope to see you guys